What is up, nerds? It's Pretty J here, bringing you guys a Modern Warfare 3 MOAB on the map hard hat. Now, today's MOAB is actually super boring because about midway through the game, the entire enemy team left, so there were only two of them. But I figured I'd use it anyways because MOAB's a MOAB. It gets a little more exciting near the end, so I'll see if I can cut some shit out in the middle there. Anyways, today I actually want to talk to you about my fantastic weekend. I went to a music festival this weekend, and well, basically, as you can hear, I'm fucking dead. So before I legitimately get started, I want to start a new thing on my channel where every time I post a commentary, I want to put a song with it, like a song of the day. So today's song of the day is Paper Girl by the band July Talk. I saw them this weekend. I will get to that in a moment here. So yeah, anyways, so basically, this music festival is a huge deal for my city. My city has never had a music festival this size. We're a city of over 1 million people, yet we have nothing. And so it's a big outdoor music festival. It takes place over 2 days, and we got absolutely massive headliners this year. So I'm just gonna go through the lineup a little bit here, so you guys can understand. So I'm just gonna go through really fast. All right. Bad Sons, Sleeper Agent, The Mowgli's, Stars, Airborne Toxic Event, The Smalls, Fits and the Tantrums, Death Cab for Cutie, Jack White, Until the Ribbon Breaks, Dear Rouge, July Talk, Miss Mister, Cage the Elephant, Foster the People, Serena Ryder, Tegan and Sarah, and the Arctic fucking Monkeys. Alright, so basically, yeah, I bought my tickets way back, like the day they went on sale. I think they went on sale like May 2nd or something, and I picked them up that day, and I wasn't that stoked for it, to be honest with you. Like, last year's was crazy. They had like Blink-182. They had a bunch of other huge bands like Weezer and City in Color, and it was nuts. But this year, I wasn't so impressed with the lineup, and I don't know why that was, because like when I got there, I was like, fuck, I love all these bands. But yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of go through it. Sleeper Agent was really sweet. I got there super early so we could, get to the front, and turns out they didn't even fucking let us in until like the first band started at 11:30. We didn't get in until 12:15, and then we were nowhere near the front, so we just kind of sat on a blanket towards the back and just had a nice relaxing day. And so Sleeper Agent was really fun. They were good. The Mowgli's were awesome. I mean, I only know a few of their songs, but they just have this awesome energy. Then up next was Stars. Stars was nuts. Stars, I believe they're Canadian, and they've been around for a super fucking long time, but they just have this this stage presence, and it was rocking, to say the least. Airborne Toxic Event I actually skipped because I don't know, I wanted food, and food is far away. So then up next was The Smalls, and The Smalls is an Albertan band. They were around in the early 90s. They were huge in the early 90s, and their bassist actually is like a pretty famous country singer now. But this is like a reunion for them. This was their first show back, I believe. So that was a big deal for a lot of people. They were a little heavy for my taste, but they were still good nonetheless. Then Fits and the Tantrums. Fits and the Tantrums absolutely fucking rocked the house. They were just so fun. They had this this thing where the entire crowd, like, I've never seen so many people in one place, like, jumping up and down. It was crazy. And then Death Cab for Cutie is one of my all-time favorite acts. I love them so much. So when they came out on stage, the first thing I thought was, like, when Ben Gibbard walks out, I was like, oh man, that guy was married to Zooey Deschanel for a few years. I am so fucking jealous. But then they absolutely killed it. And then Jack motherfucking White. Oh my god, Jack White is a god. He just blew the fucking house off. And I actually have a pretty fun story about that. So I'm standing there, and I got this wicked sunburn, right? So both my arms are just like really fucking hot. They're just like burning, and these people behind me, there's a guy who had put his backpack on his chest, and he's like a little man pony, and he's like, oh, I'm coming through, and I turned around and I was like, no, no you're not. And he was like, are you Greg? I was like, no, my name is not Greg. He's like, you look like this guy Greg we know from Toronto. And I was like, oh. He's like, he was our tour guide at Bonnaroo. I was like, okay, thank you. And then they called me Greg too for the rest of the night, and there were these two girls with him, and they were both like clinging onto my arms, and basically these people like pulled me away from my friends, and like they just abducted me and then made me dance with them, and it was actually, at first I was like, okay, this is weird, but then it just got really, really fun, and it was a really interesting way to experience the concert, like in a way I wouldn't have normally. So then the next day, I did not want to go that early, but my friends did, so I ended up going with them because I'm the only one who can drive. And so we get there super early. We were up front for the entire day. And the first few bands were okay. Dear Rouge she's Albertan. I want to say she's from Edmonton. They fucking killed it. They were rocking. She like almost choked on her mic cord because she like wrapped it around herself, and then her piano fell behind all the big ass amps. It was actually really, really cool. And then July Talk was up next, and July Talk, as you guys know, is the song of the day. And they just put on one of the most fun sets I've ever seen at a festival before. It just, oh my god, it spoke to me, you know. And so about midway through the show, or I guess I should mention, they came on with a bottle of Jameson's, which is whiskey, and they're just like swigging from it the entire set. And about midway through the show, they're like, "Hey, it's our guitarist Ian's birthday today, so we're gonna give him some birthday shots." But then we decided like he had way too much to drink last night, and he's not allowed to drink today. So someone come up here and take these birthday shots for him. And so everyone's jumping, raising their hands, and he's like, "How about you sir in the blue hat, and your girl in the blue shirt? Okay, yeah, you guys come up and take these shots." And so they go up, and they do the birthday shots. They hug the entire band. The girl, it looked like it was probably the girl's favorite band in the world, and they're like, "Do you have anything to say to the crowd?" And she was pretty drunk, to be honest, and so she kind of spoke gibberish. But then he's like, "Yeah, I do actually have something to say." And then he fucking proposed. He proposed to her on stage. It was crazy. Oh man, it was like the entire festival went silent and then just cheered for so long. Like what a way to put your name out there for July Talk. They blew me away. Up next was Miss Mister, who was good, but following July Talk was pretty much impossible. And then Cage the Elephant, and Cage the Elephant has never been to Calgary before. Oh my god. They've been one of my favorite bands since I was probably in the 7th grade, so like 6 years now, and honestly, it was one of the craziest sets I've ever seen in my entire life. The front man, he was like, I don't know if he was high or drunk or what, but he was intoxicated to say the least, and he was just like jumping everywhere, and he came down into the crowd, and he stood on people's hands and then like dove off of them into the crowd with his microphone in hand. Oh my god, it was nuts. And yeah, Cage the Elephant just absolutely stole the day for me. Up next was Foster the People, and I actually kind of ducked out because one of my friends who was here and then moved to England was actually coming in, so I went to visit with her, and so yeah, I had to go. I didn't really watch most of Foster the People, which was kind of a disappointment, but honestly, I'll probably get over it. Then Serena Ryder, who is a Calgary girl. She's crazy. She has something like 5 octaves of range with her singing voice, which is insane considering most people have 2. And she just put on a really fun show. Then Tegan and Sarah, who are also Calgary natives, they were just so fun. If you guys don't know Tegan and Sarah, check them out. They make nice, catchy little music. And then the Arctic Monkeys, and the Arctic Monkeys they're the Arctic fucking Monkeys. They didn't talk to the crowd much, which is pretty common, I'll be honest. But I just love them. It was a killer show. So yeah, anyways, that'll about do it for me today, guys. Let me know how you feel about the song of the day, about the actual song, and the idea for it. Anyways, yeah, like, favorite, subscribe, tell your friends about me. It makes me feel happy inside. Anyways, guys, later.